What's up YouTube? Back with another video on Nate's Tech and Talk. Today I'm going through the charging for an EV car. I actually get asked a lot of times how quick my charging is for my 7X and how do I charge it or where do I charge it. So today I just wanted to go through sort of a beginner's guide to how people can charge their EVs. As I said, I get asked a lot, so it'd be good to just have this video where I can say to my family and friends who've asked, go watch my video, and it should help you guys out. Because I know when I was buying an EV, there wasn't any guide for me to go through, so I think hopefully this video can help you out if you do decide to buy an EV one day. So let's get into it. In today's video, I'll use the Zeekr 7X as an example. So I charge my car from 20 to 80% usually, and that's what's recommended. So the Zeekr 7X is one of, if not the fastest car on the market right now, due to its 800 volt architecture. So I'll charge today using the DC charging, so we'll go out to a public charger, which I'll show you later on. But for now, we'll go through the 4 different levels of charging. They say there's 3 levels, but I'm going to take you through what I think is the 4 levels. The first level and the slowest charging speed is your normal 240 volt power outlet that you'll find at home. So speed wise, this can range anywhere from 1.8 to 2.4 kilowatts per hour. So I'd recommend these if you don't have a dedicated wall charger at home, then you'd probably just use your normal power. It is, as I said, pretty slow. So if I was charging my 7X 60 kilowatts, so 20 to 80%, then I'd need to charge about 30 hours to just have this on trickle charge. Charging. So pretty slow, but it does come in handy when you're going on a long trip somewhere and you just have a power point you can just plug it into, or if you don't have an alternative, then you use the normal wall charger. I believe when you're purchasing an EV car, they should always give you a normal charging cable that will go into the outlet and then into your car. If they don't, you can purchase these. There are a number of retailers that will sell it. The second and third level of charging is referred to as AC charging. So for the second level is single phase charging. So basically, if your house has single phase power, you'll need your electrician to fit a dedicated wall charger. So what we have here is a Zappy charger. We actually have the 3-phase. But for the second level, single phase, if your house can only do single phase, then you'll need to get a single phase compatible wall charger. And what that can do is it can do up to 7 kilowatts of charging per hour, which is basically 3 times more than the normal power point. And depending on how much you drive, that might be sufficient enough for you to charge using a 7 kilowatt single phase. The second level of charging, we have single phase from a dedicated wall charger. This is Uncle Jimmy, by the way. You probably remember him from previous episodes. So Jimmy is patiently waiting on the 7GT, right?
Yes,
the Zeekr 7GT?
Waiting on the 7GT. So we're just waiting for a date now, aren't we, Nathan?
Yes, hopefully soon, 2026.
Yes.
So anyway, enough on the 7GT, but so Jimmy's got a Ocular, and this is 3-phase compatible, isn't it? Ocular
Correct.
charger?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And Kia, so he's got a Kia EV6, Jimmy.
Yep.
And Kia gave that to you?
Well, that was the package we got at the time. We bought the car, I think, in July. Picked it up in August, so they threw in the charger as well.
Yep. So this is 3-phase compatible, so it can go up to 22 kilowatts, but you've got single phase at home?
Yes.
Yep. So you can charge up to 7 kilowatts on this.
Yep.
And you're with, is it AGL as well?
We're with AGL, yes, and that runs at 8 cents a kilowatt, I believe.
Yep.
So that's between 12 midnight and 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. So, And how much kilometers do you roughly do sort of per week?
Look, every week those 6 hours are more than enough. It'll always fill it up to 100%, the car. But we went on a long drive yesterday and we got to 98% for those 6 hours. So what we could have done, we could have started maybe from 11 o'clock till 6, maybe just pay the extra tariff. For that hour, but we weren't worried about that. But that was the only time since we've had the car actually that it didn't charge at full capacity. But besides that, it charges full.
And how much? How expensive is it per month electricity on your bill?
Well, I just had a look now at my last bill. It cost us $24.
$24
to run, so that's a lot cheaper than petrol.
And you were saying, you had a diesel
and I got my diesel
as well,
Sorrento. Look, that one, if you have to look, even if I had to use 1 tank a month, I still say that's going to cost them around $110, $120.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, diesel has gone up, so probably $130, $140.
Depends on the week with the diesel
so
price.
it's over $2 now. So it's getting expensive.
Yeah, so that's the second level of charging, single phase. Yeah, it's a 3-phase compatible charger, but with Jimmy's house can do only the single phase, so it can do up to 7 kilowatts. Thanks, Jimmy.
No worries, thank you.
If your house is 3-phase power compatible, then you can get a wall charger that is compatible with 3-phase. So on the Zappi charger that we have, it is 3-phase compatible and we can do up to 22 kilowatts. So obviously, depending on what your car is capable at charging at for the AC charging, my 7X is 22 kilowatts, so it can go all the way up to 22, but I know Mum's Zeekr X can only do up to 11. So yeah, depending on what your car is capable of, that is what it will charge to on a 3-phase. And obviously the maximum is the 22 kilowatts. On the 3-phase 22 kilowatts, my 7X can get 20 to 80% in under 3 hours, which is, yeah, I think very quick for at home. When you want to put it on charge, you can just leave it maybe overnight and schedule charge between cheaper rate at night, usually between 12 and 6 a.m. With the third level of charging, I've got a real life example here. So my bolder brother, Brandon.
Yeah, I've been called that before.
So Brandon has a Volvo EX30 and he also has a Zappi charger 3-phase at home. So he doesn't have solar and battery, but he gets it straight from the grid. So what can your car do AC charging, kilowatts maximum?
Roughly about 11 kilowatts.
11 kilowatts, yeah. Okay, so you can do 11 kilowatts on a 3-phase. And who are you with electricity provider?
We're with AGL. It's the Night Saver EV plan.
Yeah. And that's between 12 and 6 a.m. It's cheaper rates?
Yeah, between 12 and 6 a.m. at 8 cents.
8 cents, okay. And compare that to what you were paying in petrol. What's the difference?
Yeah, so look, I have my old Ford that I've had for years. That's roughly about $100 a week in petrol.
Yeah, and how much are you paying in EV, for EV?
Probably about $16 for a month.
Yeah, wow, okay. What a difference.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, 3-phase compatible Zappi charger, and he can do up to 11 kilowatts per hour. And how quick can you charge your car battery between 20 and 80%?
Look, roughly it's under 4 hours.
Under 4 hours,
Yeah.
and you do that between 12 and 6 a.m. and it costs nothing. So yeah, there you go. 3-phase compatible Zappi charger. Real life example. The fourth and final level is the DC charging via a public charger. So there are a number of retailers that have different charging spots, such as BP Pulse, Tesla, EV ChargeFox. So we're lucky enough actually to have a 350 kilowatt EV charger. So we'll go and look at that now with the 7X, as I think I'm on 20%. But yeah, basically public chargers, they come in handy for when you're going on a long road trip or whenever you find yourself needing a quick charge. You know, obviously you'll get what you get at home, but yeah, if you need a very quick charge, then you can get that from a public charger. So they are expensive, and obviously depending on location and how quick they are, that will make the price vary. So yep, let's go to our local charger and see how quick the 7X can do it on a 350 kilowatt charger. We're just on our way to the public charger, and I thought I'd just show you. So basically, to get your battery ready to be charged at a high rate, you need to regulate the battery temperature. So in a Zeekr, it's basically you just go to energy management and then just hit this battery temp regulation. And what it's doing now is regulating the battery temperature. So I've just done that now, and hopefully sort of in 5 to 10 minutes when I get to that charger, it will be ready for me to charge at a high rate. There is a setting in the settings there, so it's got smart battery temperature regulation. So I believe if I had my car on for 30 minutes and then I went to a charger, the battery would always be at the regulated temperature, ready to charge. But because I just obviously started my car, it just needs to get that regulated. So that should be ready by the time I get to the charger. All right, we've just got to the EV charger and it's got the battery has reached optimal charging temperature. So let's go put the charger in. Now this is an EV charger, so I'll just put it on my app number 4 and plug in and start charging. It's 79 cents per kilowatt hour. Pretty expensive, so plug in and start charging. It's got payment accepted. Payment accepted. All right, connect plug. Let's do it. You have to take out both to plug in the big DC charger. All right, that's in there. It says plug connected. All right, starting session. Let's go back. All right, so we're at 24% now and I have a target of 80%. So if I just go to charging, remaining time, all right, so what are we at now? It's going up there, it's going up there. So 250 now. So it's a 350 kilowatt charger. This car can do up to 420. Oh wow, 340, maxed out at 340. Remaining time 12 minutes. Okay, so it was 340, now it's hovering at 300, 303, 302. So 1600 kilometers an hour charging speed. That's pretty good. So what am I at now? 28% now. And I was at 130 kilometers, now I'm at 156. Look at that going up quickly. Can you see that there? Yeah. Going up real quick. So hovering, staying at that 305. And remaining time of 11 minutes. Geez, that's pretty good. So 3-phase charging, AC charging, maximum was 22, but if you go to a public charger, there is like, I think there's another 75 kilowatt charger that's near us. And so yeah, that sort of, you'd say anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes to get that from sort of 20 to 80%. But yeah, obviously on a 350 kilowatt charger, you can get sort of that 12 to 14 minutes, I think, for a full sort of 20 to 80%. So now we're at 280 kilowatts. Stay in there. So I've done this before and on this charger as well. I think I was on 27% I started at one time before, and it went to 320 maximum, and then it went all the way down to 200 and 180 for the rest of the charging cycle. So, but this is different. Stayed at 305 and then now it's at 280 and just staying there. It's not a max, like it's not a very big drop down, which is good. Still got 10 minutes, okay. It's already given me 70 kilometers as well. We went up to 260 and went up to 260 again, but now it's at that 250 kilowatts. We're at 305 kilometers and 56 range with time left of 6 minutes. Just on the EV app here, you can actually see a running sort of cost every minute. I think it updates. So right now we're 8 minutes in and it's costing me $25. I reckon that's almost gonna double by the time this finishes, you'd think. But yeah, it's pretty good, this app. I don't actually use ChargeFox or the Tesla app because I have EV chargers all around me. So I just use this one, but 79 cents per kilowatt. And right now, that just updated there, we're at $28.90 after 9 minutes. We just hit 400 kilometers now with a range of 73%. So right now it's sitting at that 137 kilowatts charging speed. And it's been on remaining time for a minute for about probably 2 to 3 minutes now. But yeah, I reckon I'll give it maybe another 2 minutes and I reckon that will reach that 80% if it does stay at that 140 kilowatt speed. All right, we've just reached 79%. We're still actually going at 134 kilowatts power. 1 minute left. It's been on that for a couple of minutes, but 431 kilometers. It usually reaches 432, 433, and then that's 80%. So should stop charging very shortly. 433, 434, 80%. And charging stopped. All right, let's go outside. Let's take out the charger. All right, so finished, return plug. And I'll put that back in. And I'll put these back in. So EV charging app, I started at 6:16 p.m. 6:16 p.m. and it's now 6:33, so in 17 minutes it charged from, I think it was 24% to 80%, and it cost me $44. So yeah, $44, and it gave me 55 kilowatts. Yeah, so that's the fast charger. Pretty expensive. You have a designated wall charger at home, 7 kilowatts or up to 22 kilowatts. I'd probably highly recommend charging there than the public charger. All right, my 7X is back at 80%. I love it when she's full on 80%. Just feels a little bit better, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the public charging and obviously the 4 different levels of charging. Hopefully I've helped someone, you know, if you're looking at EV cars and you want to know how you can charge the cars, where you can, and the different levels of speed. So yeah, hopefully I've helped someone. Please like, comment what you think, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.